sound to your ears with respect to the triangle that we just created. So in other words, if you move your head in the right way, you're going to miss some of the frequencies coming from the tweeters. And how the sound is hitting your ears with respect to the lower frequencies will be out of sorts. So that's why you want a vertical arrangement for your monitor. Stand up straight up. Next tip for you. With respect to that triangle, with respect to your speakers standing straight up vertically, you want to make sure that your speakers are at ear level. Ideally, you will have your monitor stands where you can adjust them up or down. So as you're sitting in your seat and you're looking at your screen, kind of relax there at your recording desk, the monitor should be ear level. They should not be way down. They should not be above your head. They should be right there pointing at your face. So if you look to the left, you're staring your monitor down. Same thing if you're looking right. You shouldn't have to look up or down as you're looking right or left. Again, ear level is ideal. Next thought, if you can, try to have some space between the rear side of your monitor and your back wall. So going back to that previous scenario, let's say you're sitting in your chair and you're staring at your screen. You look to the left, you have your monitor. You look to the right, you have your monitor. But behind that, behind your desk, try not to have things right up, or a wall right up behind your monitor, if at all possible. And I know sometimes we're kind of pressed for space, but if you can avoid this scenario, that would be ideal. The reason for this is bass frequencies project outwards in all directions, and much of that sound travels backwards and reflects off of the rear wall in the room. And it can cause some abnormalities in how you're monitoring your music. Now, I don't want to go into bass traps and things like that, but that's more kind of getting into the area where you can kind of mitigate some of that if you don't have the space. Go ahead and look that up online. I'm not going to go deep into that, but just look up the phrase bass traps, and people build these on their own. You can look at a ton of YouTube videos about folks who've created their own little hookups for that scenario, if you are in a position to where your monitors do have to sit along your back wall. Final thought. And if you can, kind of with my previous allusion to the bass trap, try to treat your room with some type of acoustic material. Ideally, you want to have professional acoustic foam on your walls, sound diffusion panels. That'd be great. But if you don't have that, do what you can to eliminate hard, flat surfaces in your room where sound will just bounce everywhere. Because again, that will ruin how you are monitoring your mix. So you can have the most elite of elite monitors, but if your room is just bouncing your sounds all off the walls, you're not going to get a good idea as to what your music really sounds like, given all of the reflections. So anything that you can use to absorb sound in your room, carpeting, foam, acoustic treatment, insulation. It's kind of hilarious. I saw this dude online the other day. He had egg cartons. I mean, everywhere on his wall. Whatever. It looked ugly, but I kind of think it may have worked. I don't know. I'm not saying you need to go to that level, but eliminate as many reflections as possible. And that way you can get a better snapshot of your sound. And before we get out of here, I got a couple of things for you. Make sure you check out the Swim Master Melody course. Go to our main page, successwithmusic.com. Check out the video on the course and what you can learn in the Swim Master Melody course. It's on our main page. And while you're there, you can see links to find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you subscribe so as we drop this content, you can keep up with us. Yo, don't just sit there. Go make some music. Hey, I'll check you next episode.
$10 of gas won't fill the tank. No, this just gets old. I know there's gotta be a better way for me in this life.